Vine sat in front of her vanity mirror staring at her reflection. She had spent 2 hours getting ready for tonight. Her hair fell in soft waves over her shoulders. She wore a beautiful dark blue dress that hugged her curves perfectly. She had put on the lipstick that Nikki always said looked pretty on her. Everything was perfect. Everything except her mood. She was upset. For the past 3 weeks, Nikki had been completely consumed by work. He left before she woke up. He came home after she fell asleep. They barely had meals together. When she tried to talk to him, his phone would ring and he would disappear into his home office for hours. She felt like she was living with a ghost. 3 years ago, she had planned a special dinner date for them. She had cooked his favorite dishes. She had lit candles around their dining table. She had worn that red dress he loved. She waited from 7 in the evening until almost midnight. He never came. No call, no text. Just a message from his assistant saying he was in an important meeting and would be late. Vine had cried herself to sleep that night. When Nikki finally came home at 2 in the morning, she was already asleep. The next morning she was cold and distinct. She didn't make him breakfast like she always did. She didn't kiss him goodbye. Now here they were, 3 days later, at his parents' house for the monthly family dinner. The Nishimura family mansion was huge and beautiful. The dining room had a long wooden table that could seat at least 20 people. Golden light from chandelier made everything look fancy. The aroma of delicious food filled the air. His relatives were everywhere, his parents, his grandparents, his aunts and uncles and his cousins. Vine sat beside Nikki at the table. On the outside she looked calm and elegant. Her smile was polite. She greeted everyone warmly. She complimented his mother's cooking. She laughed at his uncle's joke. She was perfect wife in front of everyone. But she refused to look at Nikki. Every time he tried to catch her eye, she looked away. When he tried to touch her hand on the table, she pulled it back and picked up her glass of water. When he leaned close to whisper something, she turned to talk to his aunt on the other side. She was giving him silent treatment, and she was good at it. Nikki was getting frustrated. He ran his hand through his styled hair, messing it up slightly. He was wearing a black suit that made him look incredibly handsome. His sharp jaw was tense. His dark eyes kept watching her, waiting for her to look at him. But she would not. He knew he had messed up. He knew he had been ignoring her for weeks. He knew he had broken his promise to have dinner with her 3 days ago. He felt terrible, but at the same time he missed her. He missed her laughter. He missed her touch. He missed the way she used to look at him like he was the only person in the world. Wyan, he whispered softly, leaning toward her. Please look at me. She continued talking to his cousin about something unimportant. She didn't even glance at him. He tried again. Baby, I'm sorry. Please. Still nothing. She reached for a piece of bread from the basket in the middle of the table, completely ignoring him. Nikki's eyes narrowed slightly. A small, mischievous smile formed on his lips. If she would not talk to him, fine. He would make her talk. He would make her react. He knew exactly how to get under her skin. Under the table, his hand moved slowly. It found hers resting on her thigh. His long fingers wrapped around her hand gently but tight, so she would not be able to take away. She stiffened slightly but didn't pull away. She could not. Everyone was watching them, so she kept her face calm and continued listening to his cousin. Nikki would start playing with her fingers. Then he turned her hand over and rubbed small circles on her palm. His touch was feather-light and teasing. Vine felt a shiver run down her spine. She forced herself to stay still and keep a straight face. Then he got bolder. His fingers stopped playing with her hand and slid to her thigh. He squeezed gently. His thumb started tracing slow circles on her inner thigh. Wine's breath caught in her throat. She bit her lower lip to keep from making any sound. Her heart was racing. She wanted to push his hand away. She wanted to slap him for teasing her when she was still angry. But she also didn't want him to stop. It had been so long since he touched her like this. Her body was betraying her. "Are you okay, dear?" his grandma asked from across the table. Wine forced a bright smile. "I'm fine, Grandma. It's little warm in here." Under the cable, Nikki's finger moved higher up her thigh. He squeezed again, harder this time. "Oh, okay." Wine said quickly to his aunt, who had asked her to pass the salt. She picked up the salt shaker with her left hand because Nikki held her right hand. Nikki leaned close. "You look so beautiful tonight," he whispered. His breath was warm against her skin. "I missed you. I miss touching you. I miss everything about you." Wine's hand was trembling slightly. She wanted to answer him. She wanted to tell him that she missed him too. But she was still too hurt to give in. So she stayed quiet and tried to focus on her food. But Nicky didn't stop. His hand went under her dress. He traced it slowly, back and forth. His fingers pressed against her inner thigh in a way that made her want to gasp. She gripped her foot tightly in her hand, her knuckles turning white. "Wine," he murmured again. "Say something, please." She finally turned her head and looked at him. Her eyes were big and slightly glassy. There was anger in her gaze, but there was also something else. Desire, frustration, need. She was trying so hard to stay mad, but he could see she was losing control. "Stop it," she whispered through gritted teeth. "Someone will see." "No one can see," he whispered back. "Just you and me." His hand squeezed her thigh again. She almost dropped her fork. His cousin across the table looked at her strangely. "Are you feeling okay, Wine?" his cousin asked. "You look a little tense." Wine forced another smile. "I'm perfectly fine, just thinking about work." "Oh, you and Nikki are workaholics." His aunt laughed. "That's why you two are a perfect match." Nikki smiled sweetly and nodded as if he was not doing anything inappropriate. His hand was still resting on her thigh, his thumb drawing tiny circles against her skin. "We do work hard," Nikki said smoothly, "but we also know how to have fun." He squeezed her thigh hard, and wine choked on her water. She cupped and cupped, her face turned bright red. Everyone looked at her with concern. "Are you okay?" his mother asked worriedly. "I'm fine," Wine said, her voice slightly strained. "Water went down the wrong pipe, that's all." Under the table, she finally grabbed Nicky's hand and squeezed it hard, digging her nails into his skin in warning. But instead of pulling away, he laughed quietly and turned her hand over to intertwine their fingers. "I love you," he whispered softly. "I'm really sorry." His eyes were sincere now. The teasing was gone. There was only regret and love in his gaze. Wine felt her anger soften just a little, but she still didn't speak. She focused on her plate. She was still hurt. She wasn't ready to forgive him yet. Then his cousin's little son dropped his spoon and bent down to pick it up. The boy disappeared under the table for a few seconds. "Uncle Nicky," the little boy said loudly, "why are you holding Auntie's wine hand under the cable? Are you playing a game?" The whole table went silent. All eyes turned to them. Wine's face turned red. Her heart stopped beating for a moment. Nicky blinked. Then he laughed loudly. It was a warm, happy laugh that filled the whole room. "Yes, we are playing a game," he said smoothly. We are seeing who can hold hands the longest without anyone noticing. But it looks like you caught us. The whole table burst into laughter. The tension broke immediately. His grandmother chuckled and shook her head. His mother smiled wildly at them. You two are still like newlyweds, his aunt said. But the cousin, who was a few years older than Niki and his closest friend, looked at them with a knowing grin. He had seen the whole thing while bending down to help his son. He knew exactly what kind of game they were playing. He leaned over to Niki. Brother, you are in trouble, he whispered teasingly. She looks like she wanted to murder you. Niki grinned back. Wine wanted the ground to swallow her whole. She was angry, embarrassed, and still very turned on. A messy combination of emotions that made her want to scream. She pushed her chair back slightly and crossed her arms. You are impossible, she muttered under her breath. But you love me, he said, his eyes still on her. She didn't answer. He just turned away. The rest of the dinner continued. Nikki kept trying to get her attention. He offered her food. He poured her water. He leaned close to whisper things. But she ignored every single attempt. She was determined to stay mad. The teasing under the cable had made her weak, but she had regained her composure. She wasn't ready to give in so easily. Nikki just shrugged and smiled back. He knew he deserved this. He had hurt her and now he had to earn her forgiveness. When the dinner finally ended, Ryan stood up immediately and started helping his mother clear the dishes. She avoided Nikki completely. She stayed in the kitchen as long as possible, chatting with his mother and aunts. She refused to go near her husband. Nikki waited patiently in the living room. He watched the kitchen door, waiting for her to come out. His mother finally shooed Ryan away, telling her to go spend time with her husband. Ryan walked out of the kitchen with a fake smile on her face. Nikki stood up immediately and walked toward her. Ready to go home? He asked softly. Ryan looked at him. She walked past him toward the front door. Nikki followed her quickly. He said goodbye to his parents and promised to visit again soon. His cousin gave him thumbs up and nodded quickly. Nikki just sighed and walked out to the car. The drive home was completely silent. Ryan stared out of the window, refusing to look at him. Nikki kept glancing at her. But she didn't. She was still ignoring him. When they finally reached their home, Ryan got out of the car immediately and walked toward the front door. She unlocked it and went inside without waiting for him. Nikki followed her inside. He closed the door behind him and watched her walk towards the bedroom. Ryan, wait, he called out. She stopped but didn't turn around. What? Please, he said softly. Can we talk? Please don't ignore me anymore. Ryan stood still for a moment, then she turned around. Her eyes were red. She had been crying silently in the car. Talk about what? She asked, her voice shaking. About how you forgot about me? About how you choose work over our dinner date? About how you make me feel like I don't matter? Ryan's heart broke at her words. He walked toward her slowly. You matter, he said firmly. You matter more than anything. I was stupid. I was so focused on work that I forgot what was really important. Ryan shook her head. You keep saying sorry, but you keep doing the same thing. You work all day and night. You don't spend time with me. You don't even look at me. I feel so alone, Nikki. Nikki reached out and took her hands. She tried to pull away, but he held on tightly. I know, he said quietly. I know I have been terrible. I know I have made you feel alone. And I hate myself for it. But I need you to understand why I worked so hard. Why? Ryan asked, tears streaming down her face. Why do you work so much? We have enough money. We have everything we need. Why can't you just be with me? Nicky pulled her closer. He cupped her face in his hands. Because I'm scared, he admitted softly. I am scared that one day I won't be able to provide for you. I'm scared that I'll fail and you'll be left with nothing. I'm scared that I'm not good enough for you. So I work and I work and I work. I thought if I worked hard enough, I could give you everything. But I forgot that the only thing you really want is me. I just want you. I want to spend time with you. I want to eat dinner with you. I want to fall asleep in your arms. Is that too much to ask? No, Vicky whispered. It's not too much. It's exactly what I should be giving you. And I will. I promise I'll change. I'll come home early. I'll stop bringing work home. I'll take you on dates. I'll make sure you never feel alone again. She could see the regret and the love in his gaze. Promise? She asked softly. Nicky leaned forward and pressed his forehead against hers. I promise, he whispered. I love you more than anything. I'm so sorry I made you feel lonely. I'll spend the rest of my life making it up to you. Vine closed her eyes and let out a shaky breath. I love you too. I just want you to come back to me. I want my husband back. You have me, he said. You have always had me. I was just too stupid to realize it. A small smile tugged at Vine's lips. You are stupid sometimes. Nicky laughed loudly. I know, but I am your stupid husband. Unfortunately, she said. Nicky smiled and leaned in. Can I kiss you now? I have been wanting to kiss you all night. Vine nodded, yes. His lips met hers. It started soft and gentle, a tender apology for everything. But then his hand slipped to the back of her head and he deepened the kiss. His tongue brushed over her lower lip, and she opened her mouth to let him in. It was passionate and desperate. He kissed her like she had been starving for her. He kissed him back with all the frustration and longing she had been holding inside. When they finally broke apart, both of them were breathing hard. Maya's lips were swollen and red. Her eyes were hazy with desire. I love you, she whispered, but you're still in trouble. Nicky grinned. I know. Let me make it up to you. He lifted her up and she wrapped her legs around his waist. He carried her toward their bedroom. His lips never left hers. I'm going to show you how much I love you, he whispered as he walked. I'm going to make sure you forget all about being upset with me. Vine smiled against his lips. You better. He laid her down on the bed gently. He looked down at her with so much love in his eyes that her heart ached. I love you, he said softly. More than work, more than anything. Never forget that. I won't, she promised. Then he leaned down to kiss her again, and all the hurt and loneliness of the past weeks melted away. He touched her like she was precious. He held her close and whispered sweet words in her ear. I'm going to be better, he promised between kisses. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to love you the way you deserve. Vine held him close. Just love me, she whispered. That night they finally reconnected. It was passionate and tender and full of love. They forgot about work and family and everything else. There was only them. In the morning, Ryan woke up in his arms. Nicky was still asleep. his face peaceful and young. She watched him for a long time. The anger from the past week felt so far away now. She leaned forward and pressed a gentle kiss to his forehead. I love you, she whispered. Niki's eyes opened slowly. A sleepy smile spread across his face. I love you too, he murmured. And I'm going to keep my promise. I'm going to be the husband you deserve. While smiling, snuggled closer to him. I know you will. Niki wrapped his arms around her and held her tight. I'm never letting you go, he whispered. Never again. Vine closed her eyes and felt safe in his arms. Finally, everything felt right again. 1 month later, Ryan and Nikki sat at the same dining table in his parents' mansion. It was another family dinner, but everything was different now. Nikki had kept his promise. He came home early every day. He took her on dates. He spent time with her. He was present. Tonight, Ryan wore a beautiful red dress that hugged her curves perfectly. Her hair was tied elegantly. She looked stunning. Nikki could not keep his eyes off her. Throughout dinner, he kept touching her, his hand resting on her thigh under the table. Wine tried to focus on the conversation, but it was impossible. His touch was driving her crazy. She felt heat spreading through her body. Her breath became shallow. Nikki leaned close to her ear. You look so beautiful tonight, he whispered. I can't wait to get you home. Wine shivered. Nikki, stop, she whispered back. Everyone see. His hand moved higher up her thigh. Wine gripped her fork tightly, her knuckles turning wide. Nikki, she breathed. Please. Please what? He asked innocently. She turned to look at him. Her eyes were dark with desire. Please take me home. Nikki grinned. He loved seeing her like this, flustered and needy. He pulled his hand away and stood up abruptly. I'm sorry, everyone, he announced. Vine is not feeling well. I'm taking her home. His mother looked worried. Oh no, are you okay, dear? Vine's face was brighter. I'm fine, Mom, just a little tired. Nikki grabbed her hand and pulled her out of the room. His cousin saw them leaving and smirked knowingly. Nikki just winked at him and walked faster. The moment they got into the car, Nikki pulled her close and kissed her. It was deep and passionate. His hands roamed her body. I have been wanting to do this all night, he murmured against her lips. Wine moaned softly. Me too. He pulled away and started driving. He drove faster than usual, his hand resting on her thigh the entire time. His thumb kept rubbing circles on her skin. When they finally reached home, Nikki did not wait. He carried her inside. His lips never left leaving hers. He pushed her against the wall and kissed her neck. He laid her down gently and looked at her with so much love in his eyes. You are mine, always. He touched her like she was something precious. She held him close and completely safe. It was everything they had missed during those lonely weeks. It was a promise of love. In the morning, Vine woke up in his arms. She looked at his peaceful face and smiled. Good morning, she whispered. Nikki opened his eyes and smiled. Good morning, beautiful. They kissed softly. It was sweet and full of love. I am so happy, Vine said. I am so happy we are okay. Nikki pulled her closer. We are more than okay. We are perfect. And I'm never going to mess it up again. You better not. She teased. He laughed and kissed her forehead. I love you. I love you too, she whispered. He looked into her eyes. Lion grinned. That sounds perfect. He kissed her again, and they spent the entire day wrapped in each other's arms. No work, no family, no distraction, just them. And that was exactly how it was meant to be.